In this video, we're going to talk about the Rossignol Retox, the only full cambered board in the Rossignol line. This is a mid-tier park board that's versatile enough for someone that's an intermediate and still solid enough for someone that's an expert. It's got that snap of traditional camber. It's got a blunt shape, which really locks into presses. This is a board that, even though it's more park focused, you can still rail carves with it. The Retox is just one of those boards. It's super versatile for being a park board. It's a park board you can ride outside the park or inside. This board features Rossinol's classic camber or traditional camber. So from contact point to contact point, you get what every snowboard has had for 30 fucking years, except for the last decade when they decided to make a bunch of new shit. You're gonna have to load it up to get it to snap. It's gonna probably be a little bit more hooky. And if you don't know what traditional camber is, you might wanna look at something else. The best way to sum up the Rossignol Retox is that it's playful yet precise. This is the only full camber board from them, and it's an awesome park board. It's that middle of the road park flex that you know, where it's going to be softer in the tips and it's going to be stable, stiffer, and smooth through the middle, but with a decent amount of torsional flex. This is a board that when you're riding through rutted out landings and shit in the park in the spring or the end of the day, it's not going to buckle. It's going to absorb what you want. This is a board that doesn't really get chatter, but it's still very lively. It's not dead and damp. As this board does have traditional camber, it's going to pop just like it. You have to load it up to get the snap out of it, and that snap is very solid and very responsive. This is a board that takes moderate effort to load up and gets maximum rebound out of. This is a board for ollieing over anything in your path or spraying fat little skier kids, because you should always spray skier kids that ride skis. On jumps, this board's fully at home, whether they're small, medium, large. It's great in the half pipe. It's just great on transitions in general because it is cambered. You can load it. You can pop up with it. You can dig those edges in and really balance yourself on it. With that blunt shape and slightly softer tips, you've got a great platform for locking into butters. You can just press into it hard and expect a lot of response out of it. And that carries over to how this thing's going to jib. This is a board that if you know how to jib and you know how to ride camber, you're going to have a good time. You can lock into nose and tail presses and feel secure, but still pop off the end of the feature. And when you get sideways on a rail, that camber hugs it perfectly. The flex is playful yet powerful enough that you can lock in and snap out of anything. This is a board for someone that knows what the fuck they're doing in the jib park. If you don't, maybe you want a trick stick, maybe you want something else. But if you know how to jib and you want camber, there you go. This is it. There are boards you can rip harder carves with on the market, but for being a park board that's cambered, this board does a great job. It initiates turns easily, and that camber lets you load it up and slingshot it out of turns. You can really push and drive this board to get the response you want out of it. It's one of those boards that doesn't suck when you get it outside the park and want to carve with it. Tight, quick turns, long drawn out carves, Euro carves. You can do it all on this board. I would definitely recommend this board for the park guy that wants a playful yet lively board, something that they can load up and snap with, but still do presses. It's just that well-rounded park board. Rossignol really knocked it out of the park when they brought this back to being full camber, and it shows. This is just a very versatile board for park riding. So here's some boards I think you need to check out. The Interior Plane Project Haro, the Niche New, the Libtech Box Knife, the Arbor Westmark Camber, the Rome Marshall, the Dinosaurs Will Die Gino. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification, and I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews.